Hello guys, and welcome back to a new video on this channel. So in this video I'm going to reveal my $100,000 stock portfolio. This is how it looks in February 2022, and I want to tell you a little bit about my thoughts and how I'm going to scale this portfolio and what is the direction that we're going to go and what I think is going to be a good investment in the coming year. A little bit about me. I'm very new on YouTube. I have a few years stock market experience, and my full-time job is a Swedish real estate developer, and I'm part of building hundreds of apartments in southern Sweden. And I decided I want to diversify and learn a lot about the stocks, and I decided to take you guys on this journey with me. So if you like this content, make sure you subscribe, and you can leave a comment also if you want to. I want to tell you a little bit about this portfolio. So this portfolio, I want to scale up to a lot more than this. But one, I'm waiting for money to come in. And number two is that I don't trust myself yet with the stocks. I have been a technical trader, meaning that I was short-term and trading and not really looking at the fundamentals of the company. And I found some strategies that work very good, and I made quite some good money last year. This January has destroyed me like a lot of other people. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to test different strategies, and also I'm going to test fundamental strategies, meaning where I basically look at the market and, the balance sheet and the future and, discount cash flow model of valuation of companies. And I'm going to see, probably it's going to be about 5 different strategies. So I will divide the portfolio into these, and the one that makes the most, I'm going to reallocate the money to be more money there. And I will be open-minded because when I started stock marketing, the way I learned it was that, everybody who's doing fundamental is stupid and they don't know what they're doing. And I went very much into the technical, and then, I go on YouTube and, it looks like now it's way more fashionable to be like fundamental, and then people laugh at the technical people and they say they don't know what the F they are doing. And I have found also in my real estate investment career that almost all the data that people tell you is false. And basically I had to figure everything out based on experience. And I feel it's going to be the exact same on the stock market, is that there's so many people saying so many things, and you don't know what is true until you try it for yourself. So that is what I'm going to do. So now let's go over to the portfolio. So I use Interactive Brokers, and this is one of the portfolios, and you can see the shares that I have here and the amount. And then I have another portfolio that is about the same size. That basically has the same. It's because I have that together with my dad, and this is via my company. And I want to show you these stocks a little bit and tell you a little bit about why I have them. I also want to show you the performance, the portfolio, 1 year performance. And as you can see, I started trading on this portfolio in May 30th, and it went up to 24.5% return. And then in this market crash, I got destroyed. And I want to be very transparent about it. And the reason for this is because I have a technical strategy that is based on momentum trading, meaning I want to catch an upswing in the market. And it doesn't work in a bear market. And we have had a very bad market, and unfortunately it destroyed me. So my solution to this is to divide the portfolio into many strategies and have strategies that work better in bear market and have strategies that work better in up markets, and then I'm covered all the time. So now I want to show you these stocks and why I bought them and when I bought them. So here you have this Crown Holdings. Again, I am a completely technical guy, so in many cases I don't even know what these companies do. The reason why I bought this is because you have a quadruple resistance line here. And I also compared this stock to the market. So basically since November, the market has been falling very much, and this stock basically held up to 0. So that to me was a very, very bullish sign. And then it broke up to the upside over this. This was a false breakout, and then it broke up over the resistance here. I bought it. my stop loss is somewhere here. Then it went against me a little bit, and then it went very nice in my direction. And basically I'm banking on that this trend that it has here is going to continue, and I'm going to stay in this stock as long as the trend continues. So this could be, if I have a good trade, it could be yeah, a month, 2, 3, 4 months in a stock, and I'm actually hoping the longer the better. Now we go over to the next one. This is Collier's International Group, and here you will see that it's a very similar. And the way I divide the portfolio is I divide my money into 6 units, and that way if a trade goes against me, I never lose more than 2% of my portfolio, and this is actually way more important than you think. Now this one is basically the same, that there was a resistance line here that has been touched 1, 2, 3, 4 times. It went up, and this does not look that good, but it didn't break this support line yet. If it does somewhere here, I'm going to sell and not even think about it. If it doesn't, then I really hope that this stock is going to continue this trend. And again, my viewpoint was that the market has been falling since November, and this basically held flat. So this is a very bullish sign for me, and I hope that when the market normalizes, then this will also like shoot up very much. So the next one is this one. It's basically the same logic. I will not bore you with it to repeat it. The only thing that is important for you to see is when I lose, this is very important for me in this strategy. Now when I lose less than 2% of my portfolio, but when it goes in my direction, I think my average win has been 12-13%, maybe 10, yeah, somewhere around that. And there's quite some trades that do like 30-40%, and when I lose max 3 or 4%. So I can basically be wrong many times, and in technical trading it's impossible to be right all the time. It's a math game. So what you're going for is yeah, like being more right than wrong, and even with some strategies, when you're right, you can be so right that meaning that you win so much compared to when you lose, that you can be 80% wrong and you still make money. And actually I watched a YouTube video by a guy who won a US trading competition this year, and he made 1,500% on his portfolio with only technical trading. And when he revealed that his win rate in the high 20s, meaning that out of 10 trades, he was maybe right between 2 and 3 times, but in his strategy he wins so much when he's right that it completely offsets the losses. And it's super important that you keep these stop losses, right? So now we go to the next one, and this is the same. As you see, there was a support line or resistance line, and then the stock broke it, and I'm really hoping that this trend is going to continue. And it did go my way a little bit, and yeah, we have to wait and see what happens. This is the exact same. I think here you can start to see my trading style on this strategy. Again, same thing. It did go a little bit in my way, but it's never sure that it's a winning trade unless I can raise my stop loss, and I haven't been able to do that here. This is the last one. This is a financial company, and as you can see, it's the same here. This looks like a gigantic cup and handle if this was a bit higher. But in any case, it's the same logic. It went up. And here I did look at a little bit fundamentals, because when the Fed increases interest rates, it's actually very good for the banks on the finance sector, because they earn more money as long as it's not overdone. So I did have that in my mind when I bought this, and you see it went 2 days against me. If you're watching this video when it gets released, you still have a chance to buy it here. Because actually your risk-win ratio is better than when I bought it, because when I bought it, it was here. And basically you can have the same strategy as me, that if it comes down here you sell, if it continues the uptrend then you surf with it. It's actually better to buy it at this point. So this was all the 6 stocks that I own now, and this is for one strategy, as I said. And I'm going to paper trade. I'm not going to name the strategies yet, but different strategies. And I'm also going to paper trade fundamentals, because there is quite some stocks that have fallen super much in this recent market crash. that I'm very bullish about, but I need to do more research. Like one of them is Palantir. This could be the next Tesla, I believe. I recognize that there is a cult around this stock in the YouTube world, and I know that there's a lot of YouTubers like Tom Nash that is very invested into this. And look, he even bought it here, right? And he is thinking that this stock is going to go I don't know, 300, right? So 10x. And he's buying the dip, buying the dip, buying the dip. And if you start buying here, you're actually way better off than him, because you like he also made a very good investment if it goes his way, right? But if you would buy here, yeah, it's a crazy good investment. So this is like a 10, 30, 40x your money type of stock in many years. It's a completely different trading strategy than what I have been doing. Then also what is interesting for me is Tesla, because this stock hasn't done anything I mean since what is it, October, and this is a company that is basically going to grow the next 10 years out. I don't see what would make them slow down, and they're actually coming out with very interesting products like the full self-driving and like this Tesla bot. So I don't see how you wouldn't make money on this stock. You could argue that this is overvalued, but maybe it's not a 10xer like Palantir, but I have a hard time to see how you would lose money on this stock. Then you have Zoom, which is very interesting for me. As I said, I do have to do more research on these companies. What's interesting with this one is that the price level that it's at is 2020 March. It's like pre-COVID price levels, and they have become a household name. And it's so interesting that all that happened in this downtime is that their growth was slowing, which was even known that their growth would be slowing, but they're still a growing company. They're a household name, they're a market leader, and I would say a risk reward on this company is quite crazy. As I said, I'm going to do more research and more videos, but I don't see how this stock is going to stay this low. Then there is another one, Tdoc. This is also a very interesting share. I believe that this is the future of healthcare, and I see this a lot in Sweden also with this digital healthcare, and it's super comfortable. I use it all the time, and look at it. It's trading at a price level that it was in 12 July 2018, way before COVID. And look how much progress this company has made in this last 4 years. And yes, it's an unprofitable company right now, and they are going to be unprofitable for many years to come. Let's put it this way, you might not make money on this, but from a risk reward viewpoint, it's a very solid bet. So these are the stocks that I'm looking at to include in my fundamental portfolio. And I mean, the technical stocks I can't go into because, I mean, it changes all the time, right? And if I tell you like, yeah, this is it on Tuesday and it doesn't go that way, then yeah. So I can't go into those ones. But I'm going to do update videos on how the different strategies are doing. So if you are interested in them, please make sure you subscribe so you don't miss those videos. And I'm very interested to hear your thoughts. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.